Hello. Welcome again to our channel. This is Lydia of Lydia Nyambura Inspirational and Lifestyle Channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate your support. Please do remember to subscribe, turn on your notification, like, comment. Let's have a conversation. This is our channel. So there are a few people who requested me or asked me why I said I thought I would die before Gibson, and I thought of doing another video for those who don't follow me on Facebook, or those who don't know my story. So the title of this story is "This Sickness is Not Unto Death." Yes. And please stay to the very end because I'll be sharing a few of the lessons that I have learned. I do remember it was on a Sunday, 2008. My friends and I decided to go and visit our best couple. She had a baby, and we all decided, why not? Let's go and have tea. And my husband dropped us after church together with my friends. But when we were going, I had this headache that wasn't going, the very persistent, and it was increasing like every minute. By the time we got to where we were going, to my best lady's house, I was feeling very unwell, and of course I had bought some Panadols. I took some Panadols and I went straight to bed. But the headache persisted, and it was increasing at another rate. So I started vomiting, feeling nauseated, feeling weak, feeling uh, like I wasn't really well. So I told my best lady, please call my husband so that he can take me to hospital. And yes, I can't remember where my husband was, but he rushed home, got my medical card, and took me to the hospital. By the time I got to Nairobi Hospital, I wasn't doing well. I was very unwell. So they took me in the emergency, and I was taken in, ran a few tests, and the doctor said it seems like I had meningitis. Of course, it would be confirmed through further tests, and I was to be admitted because he said it was at very advanced stage. So yeah, I was admitted, and what I didn't know is that I would be there for a few more weeks, secluded in a private room, and this headache was increasing. The rate was increasing like every day, and before I knew, the second day I was blind. I couldn't see. Light would distract my sight. Those who know meningitis, you're distracted by the light. I couldn't see. The spinal cord had been affected. Then from the neck down to the spinal cord, I was vomiting, weak, and wasn't coordinating well. And yeah, I wasn't doing well. And I remember hearing my husband calling my uncle, who is a medic, and when after discussions, my uncle said, yeah, she needs a very close attention, but she is in good hands. She knew the doctor who was attending to me, and I was in hospital for 3 weeks. And when I got released, it is not that I was well, is where the doctors get to a point and they say, let her go home, either go and recover, or whatever happens, but we'll book clinics for follow-up. And I knew that I wasn't. I told my husband that because I couldn't talk very clearly, but I told him I wasn't feeling very well. But then the doctor had said that I needed to go home. And later, my husband told me that the doctor told him they had done everything that they could, and instead of staying in hospital and then he would end up with a huge debt when I am gone, he better take me home. He'd take me home to either go and wait for whatever. And yeah, as I said, when I was leaving, I couldn't see, I couldn't talk. I mean, people who know me well know that that when they visited me, I wasn't talking. And many people know that before then I used to be an A student in speech. I mean, I was a public speaker, but then I had also to relearn all the same. And this gets me to the first lesson. Don't judge people before you know their story. I mean, my story changed completely after I was struck by this disease. I had to relearn to speak all over again. I had to relearn language. I mean, people who went to school with me know that I used to be an A student. I used to be a speaker. I used to be really good. Don't judge people because you don't know their story. Yeah, you don't know where they have been, you don't know where they have passed, you don't know what they have gone through. Don't judge them. But when I got home, of course, my house help, I had a very good house help. She would support me, help me, and of course, stick with me. She would bathe me, massage me. She's the only one, and my husband, and I have very few other friends who knew that I wasn't seeing or I wasn't talking. And after some time, I remember one day I was lying on the couch and there was this very bright light that struck me. And there was such a warm feeling down the spinal cord. And all of a sudden, I could see. That didn't just happen. I had this one strong will to live. I kept reminding God of all the good things that I had done. You know, when you're dying, you remind God of all the good things that you have done and remind Him again and again. Oh God, have mercy on me. What will happen to my children after I am gone, or the community children that I have been supporting? You remind Him all those things. Nobody loves death. Nobody loves death. So I was scared of dying. But yes, I had this strong will to live. But also there were other people who were praying for me and with me. So yeah, I could see. I called my house help very quickly. She came. I told her I can see, and of course she could see. I could see, and I was talking. And before I wasn't talking, I told her to call my husband. My husband came and he said, "Hallelujah! You can see, you can talk. I thank God for you." And we booked an appointment to see the doctor. And this is what the doctor said: "Lydia, there must be an assignment that you have not finished." Because you are not well and you know, but now here you are, you can see and you can talk. And I really, I know, yes, it is true, there is a reason why God healed me. So yeah, so my journey of recovery, I recovered, not very well, because the following year, that is when, again, as I said, I had this strange headache and I was back to hospital. It was after then when we discussed death with my husband. And I even told him, you know what? I know I was unwell last year. And now this 2009, in November again, I am unwell. That means I might not recover. So when I am dead, please make sure you marry so and so. I gave him the name of a lady who was his friend and who was my friend as well. Very close, very nice lady. She's widowed. She is also a widow, and I loved her a lot. And I joked and I said, when I am gone, make sure that you get hold of that lady, put her in the box, marry her, let her take care of your children and her children as well. And I was serious at that. But I didn't know 3 days after that, my husband would meet his death and he would not come back home. Yeah, that was in 2009. Meningitis is not a joke. It isn't a joke. I was a semi-cabbage. I was blind. You see, this side of my eye is not like this side. That is when it was affected. I had to relearn to speak all over again. And there are so many lessons that I have learned, just to make this video really short. And we'll be talking about this. You hear me referring to this story over and over again. One story one lesson that I learned was that this life is a gift from God. I mean, it is a gift, and it is not a must for God to give you this gift of life. He can take it away, my friend. This gift can be taken away. There are people who wake up and tear others down, gossip, complain, make noise, and they forget that this life is a gift. And it can be taken away from you in a minute like that, in a twinkling of an eye. It can be taken away. This body is a temple of God, but it is also the temple of our souls. And when we are not well, then we are not able to work, we are not able to go to work, we are not able to take care of our families. And we need to take care, we should take care of this body, of this gift that God has given us. From then I learned to be grateful for this life, that I have. That is why I'm always jolly, I'm always happy, because I know that this life is a gift from God, and I should take care of it. The other lesson that I have learned, that there is no death, there is no disease that God cannot heal. God is able to heal any disease. If he healed me and now I am okay and progressing in my career, progressing in my life, then God can heal anything. God can heal any disease. There's no disease that is too big for God. There's no name that is above the name of Jesus. That is what my Bible tells me. I have also learned that, that to value and love the people, my family, to love my children, to love my mom, to love my siblings, to love my community, to love my friends unconditionally. And my friends know that when I love you, I love you. I love people, because I learned that this life is a gift, and I am given to people as a gift, and people have been given to me as a gift as well, and I should take care of that. The other lesson that I have learned is to to be thankful for this, for being a blessing. And this disease was really a disease, but it was a blessing. I have become an inspiration to many. There's so many people who have been healed by me just talking to them. God gave me like a gift of healing. I speak to people, I talk to people, and they get their healing when I tell them about my story. I've also learned to be grateful to God, that he spared me. Imagine if I did not recover from meningitis. Then the following year, 2009, my husband, decides to die, because sometimes I feel like he just decided to die, goes home to God. That means that my children would have been left that time. Deborah was 7 years, and Favor was 10 years. I mean, they would have been left with a mom who is a cabbage, who is not able to take care of them. Or I would have died, and then my husband would have followed me. That means that my children would have been left orphaned. And that is why it is important to take care of our lives, of our families, and love them, because they are a gift to us. They have been given to us as a gift. Imagine my children would have been left orphaned with nobody to take care of them. And of course, there are so many lessons that I have learned, and I will continue to talk about them. But to others as well. The reason why I had told my husband to marry that lady, I will not say her name. She knows herself. She's my friend. We've talked about this. We keep talking about this over and over and joking. You know what? I would have left. I had decided to leave a man to you, and then the guy decided to leave both of us, and now we are both widowed. There are people who, married people, who follow their spouses, follow their husbands, wherever they go, wherever they are, trying to monitor them. Do you know that man can be taken away from you? Do you know your wife can be taken care of, away from you? Why don't you love each other? Why don't you live together in harmony? Do you know that you are a gift given to that man? Don't you know that you're a gift given to that woman? For a time, I never thought that I would be a widow. I would point others and think that they are widowed, and not point at myself. I never thought that I would die before my man. I never thought that I would see my 40th birthday. Thank God now I'm heading to the 5th floor. Yes, I'm heading to 5th floor. I never thought that I would see my 40th birthday. I pointed at others and thought, maybe them, but not my man. He wasn't unwell. He was okay. Take care of each other. Take care of that gift of a person, of a family that you have been given by God. So that's my story. And I pray that you will be inspired to hope. If you're unwell, know that God is able to heal you 100%. If you're going through difficult times, and really this channel is to encourage people who are going through difficult times, know that God is able to lift you from where you are, from the situation that you are in, from the hopelessness that you are in, to hope. Please remember to comment, remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to comment. Next week or the end of this week again, I'll be talking about, from the graveside, what happened at the graveside and moving forward as a widow. I'll also be interviewing a few other widows who have gone through this journey down the line. So keep it here, be encouraged, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.